intention, and it gives me great joy to share my writing and the written word, but I have no idea how to do that. So if anyone knows of an easy program that'll be easy for me to upload onto YouTube, because I'm not big into editing, please let me know. And I'll give you a nice gift. You know, I will do a free mini reading for you. So please just let me know if anyone has any idea how to go about doing that, because I sure don't. So there's a lot of emotions, right, in this card, guys. There's a lot of energy rising up. Emotions are building. And this is all about, where do you want this to go? Where do you see this going, Divine Feminine? And do you want to just stay meditating, contemplating, which is fine. You know, the second wavers will likely be meditating, contemplating a little bit longer. The first wavers are going to start to see some action in the form of 3D action. Yes, I said it. Does this mean everyone watching will receive communication? No. I don't make those sorts of promises, because I channel for a collective and there's no way I could channel for each individual person. So if you're wanting that individual message, you can email me. My information is in the description box below, and I can do a personal reading for you and your beloved. That's the best way to get personal information. But guys, I have to say, I do not focus on timing. It would not be morally right of me to focus on timing, because free will exists and things change every moment. So when a reading is done, it's the energy of that particular moment, and that can shift and change, which is good, because that means we can shift and change outcomes. So you wouldn't want me to say it's happening in 4 years. Then you would just linger on that and you would dwell on that, and it would cause you great strife and pain. And likewise, if I said it's happening in 3 weeks, you would likely be unable to focus on anything else and get so wrapped up in your twin that it would probably derail the union, because your twin would feel that kind of obsessive, codependent 3D energy. So you see why I don't focus on 3D. And I've really had to step away from it myself in my connection, because my twin actually gave me a number, and it really threw me off guard and off course, and it seriously triggered me. This was months ago. So I've worked on that and healed that, but he absolutely said it in order to trigger me, to get me to heal many things. But it was really not pleasant. And I hope nobody has to experience that, because your ego immediately attaches to that and says, this is bad, this good, this bad, you know. And my ego said this was bad. And I sort of went into this kind of just hopeless, desperate mental and emotional place that I had to crawl out of, a dark night of the soul. But it was meant to excavate things, as dark nights of the soul always are. So when we're triggered, we're always meant to excavate something. But just know that this connection, your connection, these connections are on the right track. And Spirit's really asking you, be courageous and make that dedicated commitment to your union. And remember, guys, so much work can be done in the 5D versus the 3D. So much work can be done. So much action can be taken in the 5D that will shift your connection forward. So let's get a card specifically for Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine energy, please, Spirit. Divine Masculine energy, please. Interesting. So, you know, we've been talking a lot about the Divine Masculine, and we've been talking about self-worth, all right? Solar plexus healing. What do we have? New moon in Leo. So we have 1, 2, 3 new moon cards out of 5, a waxing moon, okay, energy is gaining momentum, and then a south node, which is all about your past and past life healing. So this is for the masculine. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. So Leo energy, fire sign energy, maybe Aries and Sag as well. But the energy, Leo is the strength card in the major arcana. So this is strength, inner strength being developed, being created by the Divine Masculine to step forward. So Divine Masculine, the message Spirit has for you, Source has for you, is to have courage and confidence and strength to move forward, and to know that you can take the necessary steps and make the necessary changes and decisions that are going to bring your union into the 3D, that you are so deserving of this union with your counterpart. So they are really working on this, guys. This card wouldn't come up unless the Divine Masculine was deep in this place of, they're not even, it's not mental contemplation. This is action. This is very much a card of action. Leo energy doesn't sit around. Any of the fire signs, they don't sit around. This is not the Piscean energy. This is the energy of, I'm a doer. I'm going to take control. I'm going to take the reins and I'm going to make something happen here. I'm going to shift my perspective. I'm going to make decisions. So they're very much in decision-making mode. And I feel commitment with that as well. Commitment to their desired outcomes and actions, and greater commitment to their connection than perhaps they've ever felt. They're really being driven forward by the divine. And anytime we see a new moon, we think new cycles coming in, fresh start coming in. Just because you don't see your masculine running towards you at this time does not mean that he or she is not making strides behind the scenes. This is just a message that Spirit's telling me to just relay over and over and over, because sometimes we have to hear things several times in order to really understand it. So just because it's not happening immediately doesn't mean it's not happening. So Spirit wants to make that really clear. It is happening. Changes are happening in your connection. They're happening behind the scenes. But Spirit doesn't want to spoil the surprise. We are supposed to be blindfolded right now. We are supposed to be in this place of not knowing what comes next. And divine masculines are working on really moving forward from their past and not letting their past hold them back from their destiny, which is their North Node energy, their divine feminine. So these are both South and North Node are karmic points. And you know what's crazy? Since I've decided to offer my newest offering, North Node and South Node energies, I keep on choosing these cards in personal readings and every reading since on my channel. So it's just, I was really guided to do this offering. I'm super excited. I'm more excited about this reading than anything else at this time. It's my baby, and it's a deep dive into your destined path. I will use your birth chart, your birth information, birth dates, birth time, birth place, and we'll locate your North Node and South Node. And I'm going to take you on a journey of discovering your soul's destined path. And we'll explore your karmic lessons. We'll explore your patterns. We'll explore where you've been, where you're going, past lives, and the path that you're on. So this is a journey. It's a journeyed reading. It's more of a channeling. I may pull a few cards, but more so I'm just going to be working on using your astrology. So it's more of an astrological reading. But at this time, Spirit says this is a very coveted reading, because more than anything right now, we need direction and we need to know where we're going. So beautiful, beautiful energies coming from the North Node readings that I've done so far for clients. And I can't wait to do more. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me at the email in the description box below. So this is about the divine masculine shedding their centuries old, lifetimes old, past lifetimes worth of conditioning. Okay, societal programming, conditioning that's been stopping them, that's made them feel stuck in these karmic loops. And I know it's easy for the divine feminine to roll their eyes and say, this is ridiculous. They should just be able to move on, detach, get a divorce, let go, leave the job, heal the addiction. They know better. But it's more than that. This is karmic energy and karmic looping that's been happening in programming, lifetimes of programming. This is past life conditioning that needs to be healed. Divine feminine, this is why when you work on your chakras and you work on yourself and heal yourself, your divine masculine heals. This card coming up, the North Node and South Node energies coming up so much, indicates to me that not only are these destined connections that I'm channeling for on this channel, but also, so that means your connection is a destined connection. But this also means that the divine masculines are doing their work, which means the divine feminines are doing their work. So don't forget to pat yourself on the back every now and then, divine feminine. You are definitely doing your work. And the masculines are starting to see the toxicity in their current environments. They're starting to see the toxicity in their patterns, in their choices. And they're gaining courage, okay, to successfully exit those situations. They're gaining strength and courage. And give them space and time, Divine Feminine. Nobody wants to be going through a dark night of the soul or healing, and all of a sudden someone interrupts them and is like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing over there? And sometimes that's the energy of the Divine Feminine, tapping on the Divine Masculine's door, right? His mental door and his spiritual door, going, hey, what are you doing? You want to meet me on the bridge? And the Divine Masculine's like, no, no, I have healing to do. I'm deep in the throes of healing lifetimes. This is past lifetime healing, so that energy and karma is not brought into your connection for these new cycles, okay, that are moving forward. The Divine Masculine nor the Divine Feminine, you cannot bring the past with you into your connection, into this new version that's being created in these connections. So lots of incredible energies. Just know that, again, if you resonate with this reading, your masculine is changing and shifting. I felt it this morning. I could feel the intense shifting from my masculine. I could feel that he was starting to really do the work and walk the path. And that comes with a very strong detachment on my part from expectation and outcome, and from communication in the 3D. That comes from me really dropping all expectation and just surrendering fully every single day. This is an everyday thing. I have to surrender. I have to just let it go. And I have to really catch myself if I start thinking about the 3D or what's happening. And remember, it's not our battles right now, Divine Feminine. It's not your battle, it's your Divine Masculines. So let them wage the battle, let them figure it out. And you just focus on and worry about you. Okay. So we've shifted over to the Lightseer deck, and I'm just going to pull maybe a card or two, and then we'll wrap up the reading. So, Spirit, tell us a little bit about the connections today. Friday, June 12th. Tell us about the connections, twin flame connections. Tell us about the energy of the twin flame connections, please. Seven of Pentacles. There's growth. There's growth. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you or your masculine may resonate with those energies. But this is the energy of having planted roots and then watching them grow. So watching, this is about, guys, not, I just heard a watched pot never boils from Spirit. So, you've planted the roots, okay? The abundance is there. And walk away. But you can, this is, the energy, 5D energy. So give it a little love and light. Give your 5D connection some love and light, and then go on with your day and trust that the roots have been planted, and trust that the abundance is coming in. Just trust it. What would that look like if you trusted your masculine? If you trusted this connection, if you trusted source, if you trusted in divine timing? Call on Archangel Metatron. There's so many, I get so many questions about timing, and I just refuse to answer it because it's not, these connections, there's so much more at play here than what's going on in the 3D world. 3D is so deceiving, guys, and the energy can just be so karmic based. And just remembering that, it's too many cards, Spirit. Remembering that this is a journey, and it's not a destination. It's an ongoing journey. So even if you were to come into full union with your counterpart, there would still be ebbs and flows, and you would still have lessons to learn, okay? And I often ask, in client readings, or if I'm doing coaching sessions with clients, I'll often ask, if your counterpart was to show up today, would you be ready? And generally speaking, if someone's really honest with themselves, the answer is no, I would not be ready. I would not. So get ready, Divine Feminines, because your masculine is on the way. So we have the energy of the 5 of Cups. And this is the energy of really walking away from something that was not fruitful, something that didn't bear fruit. So I see this as the energy of walking away from karmic relationships. This is the Divine Masculine's energy, walking away from what did not serve him or her. But feeling there's a sense of there's a sense of longing here. There's a sense of grieving. You know, there's a grieving happening here. You can see she's pouring out, there's 3 cups over here, and then she's pouring out that 4th cup, and it's just going, you know, down into the earth. And then she's got that 5th cup behind her, but it's like she can't see, you know, that's the connection, right? That 5th cup here, that's the twin flame connection. But it's like she can't see that. She's too focused on what's in front of her to see this full cup, this beautiful cup full of rainbow colors in the back. And the divine masculines need to grieve. They need to go through as they gain their strength and as they plant their roots and behind the scenes gaining strength and courage to come forward and healing from their past, healing from karma. They need to grieve what was, okay, or what wasn't rather. And they're feeling a sense of betrayal and disappointment, and they might be even kind of hanging out in self-pity at this time. But this isn't a lingering energy anymore. I feel like this is just for some. In fact, Spirit's saying this is just for a handful. Most of the masculines have moved past this and are emotionally pretty detached from these karmic situations. They really are. There's, you know, again, as I've been saying, they've been emotionally dead in the water for some time. So then we have the Star card. This card has been coming up a lot. And this to me is wishing on a star. So both divine feminine and divine masculine are light workers and star seeds or incarnated angels, and really connecting to the celestial bodies and the stars at night, the night sky, the moon phases. Divine masculines are starting to become more connected to the cycles of the moon. They're starting to realize that they're being swayed, you know, by the moon cycles, that they're being affected more so than they ever realized before. And this is all thanks to their divine feminine, who introduced them to spirituality and to what it means to be a starseed and what it means to come from the cosmos and to be here on a mission, on a spiritual mission that you're fulfilling not only with your, you know, this is for humanity. And it serves the purpose of bringing you into this beautiful, harmonious connection with your most desired and destined partner. This is also wish fulfillment. You know, both partners feel like this is my wish fulfillment. I don't want anybody else. I did a post recently on my community tab talking about some twin flames will be finding soulmates. And some people got a little upset or, you know, defensive, and I expected that. And that message, of course, you know, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. That wasn't for everybody, but that's just an option. Spirit was saying that's an option for you to have a soulmate come in, a high level soulmate, a teacher to come in, which will help you to grow closer and move closer to your twin flame. If your twin flame, you know, maybe you're a second wave and you're not quite there at the point of union, or there's just, you know, more time that needs to pass, and the dreaded T word. So whatever the case, it was just an option. But Spirit is very much saying that in your heart, your counterpart is who you hold in your heart. And you can see she's grabbing her heart with both hands, saying, you know, you are my wish fulfillment. So there's very much, you know, it reminds me of a Disney movie, this card, every time I see it. And remember that little mouse? You guys remember that little mouse? And he went on a journey and he got separated from his family. I think he was in Europe somewhere, and I can't remember the name of it. It's on the tip of my tongue. And then he would look up at the stars at night, and there was this song on the movie track, and it was all about we're wishing on the same star. Do you guys remember that? If you do, let me know. I'll try to look it up and post it in the description box below. But it was really all about just, this is the energy I'm feeling, is both counterparts are looking up at the stars at night and wishing for the other one to be in their life. So we're going to stop there because I could always keep going for hours. And I'm sending you guys so much love on this Friday. Please enjoy your day. Please take time for yourself. Please take time to send your counterpart some love and light if you're in that vibration. And don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to practice great self-care at this time, and lots of discernment, guys, in your 3D world. Sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon.